Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. And I was just wanting to chat with y'all. I got a question because I did a video about this yesterday where I was pretty much explaining that parents are not going to want to take their kids to school if their kids are being bullied and if their kids are not safe at school. But I got a question for y'all because I know I also has spoke about self-defense classes being taught in school. I mean, why not? Because I mean, with bullying being on a high rise and school shootings happening and teenagers committing suicide, but there's probably been some kids that have committed suicide due to bullying. I was just wanting to chat with y'all because some people be comparing like school to like prison. I mean, I don't know. Some people may compare the school system to the prison system. You know what I mean? Because of the way they have the rules set up and with the way everything is structured in school. Some people compare it to prison, but I just got a question for y'all because like when it comes down to like an inmate in prison, they gotta keep it gangster. They gotta keep it gangster in prison. I mean, an inmate, they know that like they'll be in a situation where they may have to fight, you know what I mean, with them being incarcerated. But with bullying being on a high rise when it comes down to the school system and with school shootings happening every year, do students gotta keep it gangster in school? Now, I'm not saying like they gotta keep it gangster, like acting like they the baddest one or stuff like that, but like just to make sure that the bullying doesn't go too far where someone could get, killed, like to avoid from like a bully not to bully another student. Do students gotta keep it gangster in school? Let's have a discussion about this. Let's chat about this. You know what I mean? Because bullying is on a high rise. It seems like bullying is on a high rise in school, and that's the reason why now these days. Well, besides the pandemic, another reason why kids are still skipping school is due to bullying. But and another reason too, these kids, they know that they're being brainwashed. They know that with the stuff that they're being taught in school, it's not gonna help them when they get out there in the real world. But anyway, do y'all feel that kids gotta keep it gangster in school just like an inmate has to keep it gangster in prison? Let's chat. But I'm gonna give you my answer like I do as always. Do I feel that a kid has to keep it gangster in school? Do I feel a teenager has to keep it gangster in school? To answer the question, I wouldn't really say they have to like keep it gangster, but I do feel that they can like just let a bully know that they're, like the wrong one to mess with. I mean, they don't have to act like they the big bad tough guy. Neither do they have to act like they the big bad tough girl, but at the same time, you can't just like let people think that you're a punching bag. You can't let people think that they can just talk to you in any type of way or treat you in any type of way. You got to stand up for yourself. You have to stick up for yourself. And I do feel that's something that's very I feel that that's like a lesson that kids and teenagers, even as adults, need to know. Because I mean, people are gonna talk about you. People are gonna think that they can walk all over you, but you gotta stand your ground. You gotta let them know that you're not a punching bag. Sometimes you could be in a situation where you have no choice but to defend yourself, because just like when it comes down to being in martial arts, like being with me being in martial arts, I started taking Shotokan karate at the age of 13, and I got my black belt when I was 20. When it comes down to learning martial arts, learning self-defense, it doesn't make a difference if you're learning karate. It doesn't make a difference if you're learning hapkido, taekwondo, tang sudo, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, judo. It doesn't make a difference. Self-defense. And like defending yourself, fighting is always the last resort. Like, you only fight unless you absolutely have to. Now, have I ever had to use any of my martial arts skills? No, no. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I do know that like you just gotta be willing to stick up for yourself and let people know that you're not a punching bag. Because some people they just feel like they can talk to you any type of way. But that doesn't mean like you gotta be mean or anything. You can be nice, laid back and chill. But if they trying to like make you get out of character or something, or try to like cause you to like react a certain way, like you got to do something about that. You know, get away from those people. Just let them know who you really are and stand your ground. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, kids keeping it gangster in school. I mean, you don't have to keep it gangster. You just have to like stand your ground, stand up to the bully, stand up to the bully, stand up to the person that's bullying you, that's messing with you, that's bothering you. Sometimes you may be in a situation where you may have to confront them. You may have to, like, confront them face to face just to let them know that you're fed up with it, that you're tired with it, because you're only human. You can only take but so much. But yeah, that's just how I feel. But yeah, to all the parents out there, parents, uh, teachers, yeah, students, teenagers, like how do y'all feel? For the people that say that like the school system has similarities to the prison system, do y'all feel that like the student has to have the mindset of an inmate in prison? Because like I said, an inmate in prison, they know in their mind that they'll be in a situation where they have to fight, and they know that they gotta keep it gangster in there. But does a student, do they gotta keep it like gangster in school when it comes down to all of the bullying that be going down? Let's have a discussion about this. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. Love y'all.